Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld, and things are changing. So we have been doing a lot of the research from that new tab. Oh, wrong menu. Down here, it's the Archotech tab. We're working on psychic field formation right now, and then we're going to work on locating the alpha pillar. But if we show finished research projects, one of these was like matter optimization. Automatically upgrade ship hull to Archotech hull. This will not affect large structures such as heat sinks or shield generators. So that completed, and as soon as that completed, from our Archospore, we've started to change the hull of the ship. So we have Archotech hull plating here, we have Archotech ship hulls, and even our solar generators have swapped over. So if we take a look, the Archotech solar generator has 1200 hit points. Mechanoid solar generator, which is pretty much equivalent to just a regular solar generator, has 500, so it's more than doubled the HP there. The walls are up to 1500. The mechanoid ship hulls were 1000, so a 50% increase on our hull. I haven't taken a look at these guys, right? So 1000 on that, 500 on that corner, and it's just been spreading pretty rapidly. I'm pretty excited. I'm very curious if it will spread to all of these like auxiliary craft that we have, or if we will need to make like a physical connection. So we'll have to see. It is like radiating out from the Archospore. Nothing over here has changed, but I'm wondering if it will start spreading once we get to like a docking port or something. So, other changes around the ships. The drop ships, I've swapped out the heat sinks with the anti-entropic heat banks. I also did a little bit of reconfiguration between like our coolant tanks and our heat sinks. Not a big deal, just getting us more heat sinks in where we can. It's a little hard to get them in because they are non-traversable, right? They're not passable. So I want to make sure that like if something gets damaged, that we can walk over to it and repair it, which we can walk over the coolant tanks. So that works just fine. Other stuff that we've been working on armor. So you might notice that we have a ton of dudes. A ton of unarmored dudes. So each tank has a driver and a gunner. So those guys are all set. I haven't really given them any equipment, but I've started making them special combat carbines and some armor. So we'll get them all unloaded once the gear is all available for them. So that way they can gear up in case they need to pop out of the tank and actually do some damage. So things are going pretty well. Still gestating some mechanoids, and then we've also swapped out some of our engines to exotic engine accelerators from the high-powered engine accelerators. They do require exotic particles to build, not to fuel, so we're down to just under 300 exotic particles now, and I'm not sure how else we get any more. Okay, on to researching locating the alpha pillar. So discover the location of an Archotech pillar. This particular specimen is somewhere in orbit. I'm hoping that it's on like a mechanoid ship that we'll be able to disassemble for a bunch more exotic particles. We do need exotic particles to make anti-grain warheads, and I would like to have some more of those before we do any ground combat. So we'll see how things go, and we'll see how quickly the ship. Okay, that research flew by. Discover the location of the Archotech pillar. This particular. Okay, so that's just the same. Archotech pillar detected. You have managed to discern the location of an Archotech pillar. This specimen resides aboard the KSS Horizon, an ancient terraforming station. Scans indicate the station's dome section has maintained a functioning ecosystem for thousands of years. However, it's currently occupied by a clan of space pirates, and given the number of heavy armaments they have mounted on the station's hull, they intend to discourage visitors. You'll need to engage the Horizon in ship combat from your bridge. Okay, well then. we might also need to send a boarding party, right? So let's have you board. Let's have you board as pilot. How many of these guys do we have? We have 13. So we can stick like 7 in one and 6 in the other. That's 8. So we'll deselect you and we'll have you guys board here. And then we'll have you guys board there. They won't be able to do any deconstruction or anything, but we'll be able to like secure the site with them. So we'll give everyone a moment to get boarded, and then I guess we'll engage. Okay, we're also loading Pria up so she can do any like uninstalling or hacking or anything that we might need to do. Everyone's good to go. I guess let's go shields up, and then basically on the computer core, we have the attack the KSS Horizon, which is kind of interesting. The original name of this ship was the RS Horizon, so I was calling it the Research Shuttle Horizon. If we go to planning and load plans, we can say like stage 1. A little research shuttle associated with some kind of research station. This says that it was like some kind of farming station, though, but I'm wondering if that was just like a cover. I think when we hit attack, it's going to take a little while, so we'll hit attack. We'll let the game think, and I'll bring you back when we can take a look at this. Okay, she is on the screen. She is huge, and she is making the game crawl. Back here, we have set a target on our weapons. We are aiming for this little wall right here. I'm hoping we can just kind of like slice through this guy. I want to avoid hitting this, as we might blow up the pillar. I assume that the pillar is going to be in the middle. This is a pretty beastly ship. Its heat capacity is only 64,000. We're almost up to 500,000, so I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to tank this fairly well. Let's go ahead. Did we engage our engines? We have not yet. So advanced, and then just making sure, targeting right there. Let's do speed 3 and see how this goes. Something interesting about this guy is that like all the thrusters, or like all the engines usually have to face the same direction. Apparently the antimatter thrusters don't. They have, actually, I'm not sure, they just have the one firing, so there might be a problem. But we'll those. Okay, speeding things up so we can get into range. They have, it looks like, plasma turrets. And is this a railgun? So they should be able to fire on us like any moment now. Yeah, there goes their railguns. We have shields up, right? Yes. Okay. First barrage gets us, I don't know, maybe like 7%. Another barrage coming in. Pretty much a nothing wave. This is their smaller weapons instead of their spinal. That's probably some spinal weapons. Also a big nothing burger. Let's go ahead and hit maintain, and let's take a look at this. Where are we hitting? What angle is it coming in from? That's okay, as long as you guys don't carve into the center, I think. Their heat capacity is gone. Their spinal weapons are hitting us right now as well, and it is not really changing anything for us. Okay. It looks like the ship is filled with mechanoids, and the Archotech pillar has converted all of this to Archotech shuttles and stuff. Okay, so they just lost a chunk. Okay, we've taken out a couple spinal weapons. I'm very concerned about shooting this way anymore, so let's go ahead and change our target. Let's see. We're coming in from like the south. I'm wondering if we can just like take this guy out. Let's shoot this way. for that next barrage. Our spinal weapons are still going, which is pretty wild. Yeah, we've shot all the way through to hit this tip. We do have a spinal weapon that's encroaching on the middle. Okay, and it is stopped. Well, we have another one coming in. Okay. Please don't blow up the pillar. Pillar is defended by some turrets and a bunch of mechanoids. And so we've taken one engine out at least. We might be able to carve this engine off the ship. We'll see how far that laser goes. The ship is attempting to flee. Arco pillar lost. Oh no. Oh my gosh, what happens? Your Archotech spore, Sai, what you have lost is irreplaceable, except that we have made a backup. It transmits a detailed scan of the pillar all the way down to the atomic level, which should allow you to construct a replacement, although at a fantastic cost. Okay. Pillar. What does that mean? Is there Archotech Pillar Alpha? Okay, that's not a crazy cost. 200 gold, uranium, all that other stuff. Well, I guess if it doesn't matter, we might as well take the bridge out, and then also you guys, we can just unload you guys, I think. We'll leave you loaded just in case. We just won the ship battle, so we must have taken out the computer core. I'm curious, do we get exotic particles if we recycle? We do get the exotic particles. Okay, so no exotic particles on that map. That's fine. Let's grab this gold. Let's grab... We're pretty good on components and advanced components, but that's not really that many. We'll grab the uranium, and we can just grab everything. This is just like the part that fell off the ship. Okay, and then for this one... It's not a huge amount of exotic particles, but it's better than nothing. Let's grab that. We'll grab the hull foam, the uranium, and let's grab like 1,000, like maybe 2,500, and then we'll do steel for the rest. We'll accept that. Confirm. It's thinking about it. Okay, all that's done. I guess we can unload all of you guys, right? So you guys are good to go. Unload all these pawns. Let's grab you guys, and we'll stick you guys back down here for now. Pria is here. Where do we want to stick this Archotech pillar? I guess we can go ahead and deconstruct that, and we will stick this guy right here. Anywhere in this room, I guess, works for any of those pillars. Back on these maps, are there exotic particles like hanging out on the map? Let's find out. Exotic? None. Okay. And this map, nothing hanging out on this map. So we'll go ahead and just like abandon these two. And I guess we can start researching for the next location of a pillar. Let's take a look here. Let's do Archotech. Organ redesign. Let's queue that up. Reinvent biology from the molecular level upward, creating vastly superior organs. We'll throw that up top. Animal plants. Psychic field manipulation. Can't do any of those. We can do psychic effectors, and that should get us psychic weaponry. So let's turn that on. Psychic preservation. We'll get that queued up. And then locate the pillars. Discover the location of an Archotech pillar. This one is somewhere on one of the planet's moons. That's the beta pillar. The gamma pillar is somewhere on the planet's surface. And the delta pillar is somewhere beneath the planet's crust. So we will queue up this beta pillar and we'll see if we can get to that one. Okay, we have Pria working on the Architect pillar. Pretty quick construction job. Just needed to load it up with all the materials. Architect pillar is connected. 1, max connected per building. Okay. What does this do for us? A complex and bizarre apparatus which serves no human comprehensible purpose, but which will apparently advance the plans of your architect's spore in some way. There's no benefit to building more than one copy of the same pillar. Okay, while folks are researching, we're also rebuilding this engine. We're going to throw in the exotic engine accelerators. With the engine accelerators, it requires fewer of these fuel support middle sections. So we're going to see if we can get by with just one here. And if we can, we'll reduce the number of fuel supports in the other sections as well. We should have enough Archotech pillars to swap out all of our engines. And before we swapped them out, we were at something like 3.2 for our thrust weight ratio. We're at 3.2 now, missing an entire engine. So once we get these converted, I'm hoping that we can get back above 4. For a ship this size, I feel like it is very, very speedy in that. Okay, so we're all done here. If we take a look, 3 of 5 are supported, so this is working just fine. Our thrust to weight ratio, 3.7. We're going to go ahead and, I guess, just one by one, swap the rest of these guys out as well. Oh, we have random package survival mail in here. Okay. So we will deconstruct this. It's still going to keep us above 3, so we're still going to be pretty zippy, and then we'll just have 2 more to do. We have, I think, 383 exotic particles left. Each one of these takes 2, so we have plenty for. Okay, engines are all swapped out. We're at a 3.8 thrust to weight ratio. I want to take a look at the antimatter reactor. It doesn't cost us any exotic particles to build it, but it's fueled by exotic particles. We have 245, so we can do at least a little bit of testing with it. You can see our Archotech hull has spread all the way down here, and it is all the way up here. It has not spread to these other ships yet, and it doesn't look like it's going to convert these guys, but I think we can probably just convert those manually. I've been letting the sub-personas, our tank drivers and gunners, out of their tanks to like get gear. So we have 4 of them equipped, and we have 4 of them out right now, working on picking things up. The research that we've been doing that doesn't have like any unlocked things, I've been like wondering what they are. We just finished one, and now our Architect Spore can do a Psychic Soothe, Psychic Shock, or Psychic Insanity. It costs field strength to do these, and we have a Psychic field strength of 314 right now. I assume that goes up as we like meditate near the Architect Spore. Its mood has been pretty steady at 95. Pria spends most of her day just sitting here meditating, and then she gets up occasionally to do some mech gestation. And then Arco Prime and Protocol Prime also come over here for a good portion of the day to meditate. Okay, this looks pretty wild. It says max power output is 100,000. If we toggle this tooltip, it says max power output is 10,000. And it seems like going into overdrive 1 triples that. This guy is like 10 of these overdrive. How many do we have? We have 10. So this is equivalent to our entire power grid right now. Let's load a single exotic particle into it. Can we do a single one? Yes, we can. And let's see how long it lasts. Okay, Pria is doing the honors. So with one exotic particle, how much fuel or how long does that last? 5 hours. Okay. So I don't think with the current state of the number of exotic particles we have, that's something that we're gonna worry about keeping up on right now. We're just gonna set this to 0. We're not gonna deconstruct it because I'm hoping we can find a way to get more exotic particles out of things and um, replace all of our engines, right? It might make sense to actually swap this one out, our like little escape ship, and maybe we swap out the rocket engines as well. Let's do 2 of them. Actually, what do they cost? If we go to here, they don't cost any exotic particles. We would fuel them with exotic particles. So let's go ahead and swap these guys out. We just won't fuel them for now. Do I want to swap these guys out? I kind of do. We'd want to be able to get back there, though. I don't think we need the cloaking device on this ship. We'll move the sensor array up there. And... Ooh, okay, so 1, 2... I guess let's go ahead and do this. We'll do a little remodeling on this ship. And we will move sensors right here, and we'll move our hull foam distribution down here. And we'll put some doors in for refueling these engines back here. Okay, the spread of the Archotech ship hull has definitely expanded quite a bit. We've almost got the entire back part of the ship done. We've spread out as far west and east as these guys, and we're getting ready to connect all of the auxiliary craft just so that they can also take advantage of all of these Archotech ship hull upgrades. We've started moving some things around in here. We got our antimatter reactor built as well as the antimatter thrusters. We just need to do a little bit more moving around. We've taken some of our hull down and we're replacing it with some flooring. Just because we didn't need to be super thick, especially on like this internal side. And for some of the hull pieces that aren't converting automatically, we've gone ahead and deconstructed, I think, all of those and just manually put plans down. So the conversion of this ship to an Archotech ship is happening rapidly. So up here is where it's kind of converting right now. I did not expect it to happen so quickly, but okay, we made the connection over here, and this drone ship is just converting from random spots throughout, not even like connected, just because the like radius has increased so far. We're starting to, sorry, that was a drop ship. We're starting to get to the drone ships on this side. And I think, yeah, just one more tile up here and the core ship should start converting as well. We are this far north. Like this isn't even like it's connected to the mothership, so that's why it's converting. But yeah, it's wild that just like the pieces out kind of like in the middle of nowhere are converting. Okay, core ship is connected and converting pretty rapidly. We have one drop ship that we've disconnected because it's been fully converted. Drone ships are halfway there on both sides, and the boundary is up here, basically. Down at the back of the ship, we building our last 2 drone cores, building them attached to the ship, and they are converting as we build them, which is pretty cool. It saves on resources for sure, right? So 14 steel, 3 plasteel, 1 component versus 13, 14, 1, and 10 gold. So just like free wealth, which is probably not something to be super excited about. I am surprised we're not at 1 million yet, but we are definitely getting there. We have a crazy amount of silver stockpiled, and because of that last encounter with that mechanoid space station, we have crazy amounts of. Okay, we just finished broad manipulation research. Psychically transmit messages and dreams to thousands of individuals, influencing a faction's opinion of you. Contact them using a comms console to use this ability. Um, there was part of me that was like, well, Pria did some testing on this planet, and as a Mech Hive, she might want to wipe it out. But what if she just made everyone love her instead? um, we have, oh, we need to recolor it. We've gotten rid of her bandwidth pack because she has an insane amount of bandwidth, 552. Her heat is at 8782. We've upgraded her psi casting stats quite a bit. Her psi focus cost factor is down below 50%. She does have a couple more electrical powers that we could get, so we might grab those. Thunderbolt, Ball Lightning. Oh, Ball Lightning's actually pretty good. So we'll see what we can do about getting some Psylink Neuroformers or just letting her meditate and grab these next sets. But let's go ahead and call someone we're hostile with. So the pigs. Psychically increase goodwill. Cost 10 field strength. Okay, disconnect. How much field strength do we currently have? We have 400. We could do that quite a bit then. So we are hostile with them. We are hostile with them no more. We still have 300. Let's do someone else. The Imperium. Okay, and then maybe you guys. Okay. 121 psychic field strength still. We'll charge up a bit more, and then we'll work on the rest of these guys. I think we're gonna go ahead and paint Priya's jump pack so it matches the rest of her outfit. We have queued up the Juggernaut outfits. Are you making that right now? Architect Mech Helmet. Oh, that's actually not what I want. I want the Juggernaut helmet. Let's do 2 of those and 2 of the Juggernaut mech suits, and we'll get Protocol and Arco Prime upgraded on their gear. I had them drop their bandwidth packs as well because we're going to have them also equip some jump packs. And I think we'll go ahead and move the beta pillar research to the top. When we come back, we will locate that beta pillar and we'll see about sending a drop ship down. Maybe some drone ships as well. We are almost done with these drone ships. We're just outfitting them with their turrets now. And our ship upgrade is very, very close to complete. So it's been a very productive day. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. As always, until next time, have a good one.